Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is to wherever you are right now. And welcome back to piano lesson number 6, I believe we are on. Hello to you, Joe. Um, Hello, my friend. I have laid out with COVID-19. Really sorry to hear that, Joe. It can knock you flat on your feet. How long have you had it for? Are you okay? Are you rested? Have you got people looking out for you? Um Shout out to Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you for being in the house. All the way from sunny old Florida. What's it like? What's the weather like in Florida right now? Good afternoon from South Africa. Beautiful, wonderful South Africa. I have never been to South Africa. Get out there. Maria is in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you again. Yes, let's wait for a few people to get involved. But as today we are looking at as I said, we've moved on now to our G major scale. We've conquered. Hopefully by now we've conquered the C major, and we've also conquered our A minor scale. So we're going to look at our G major scale and arpeggio, and then hopefully we'll look a little bit at Schubert's Ave Maria, a little abridged version that I've put together that should be quite easy to learn. Shout out to Austria in the house. Larissa, very good to see you. Thank you. Reese in the house. Yes. How you doing, mate? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Has your isolation come to an end? Let me know. Charles says, she would be able to do a WW84 cover. WW84. I have no idea what that is. I'll have to check that out. WW84. All right, let us get involved. Let's get started. Let's get our hands nice and warmed up. We're gonna do some movements on the C scale and the A minor scale. We will play it at single speed and then at double speed as well. Shout out to Arthur from Germany over on Facebook. We're going to do some small movements first, and then some double movements, and then we'll do the full scale, 2 octaves, and then we'll do the arpeggio. But I will count us out as we're going through. We'll put on a nice easy speed, I think, of 90 BPMs, and I'm going to count out what we're doing and try and follow along. We'll do left hand and right hand as I call them out. But let's begin with both hands together. Mini scale on C like this. 1 and 2 and. And double speed coming and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. And let's slow it down again and 1. Double speed back and go. And slow down. Double speed coming again. Let's go and 1, 2, 3. One more time, slow down. And now and speed. And now hold. We're going to get ready to do the full C scale with the right hand at single speed and 1 and 2 and. Remember, 3, then 4 under to the thumb, 3 over, then 4, then 3, and again, let's go. And 1, 2, 3 under, all the way to 4 under, back down to the 4, and let's double time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and again. One more time. I lied, this is the last time. Left hand, single speed, and a 1 and 2 and. All the way to the top, back down, undo, under, all the way, and again, let's go. 4 and 3, 2, 1, back down. Keep going, doing great. Let's get ready for double time. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Again, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Let's go. 1 and. Last time and. Let's get both hands ready, and we're going to go single speed, 2 hands, 1 and 2 and. Again. Time 1, 2, and again. Again. Wonderful. Let's jump down to A. Get your hand on A, and right hand only, single time, full scale. 1 and 2 and. And we've got the raised sharp there. Three, get the 4 over onto the sharp. Let's go again. And A, B, C, D, E, F sharp on the G, and keep moving all the way to the top, back down. Very, very nice. Last time, and then we're going to double speed. Here we go, get ready for double speed. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. One and 2 and. One and 2 and go. and go. Get the left hand ready single time. And again, and 1. Yeah, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and double. Two and go. 1 and 2 and go. Last time, let's go 1 and 2 and 1. Get both hands ready, single time 1 and 2 and. And again, go. Let's double time it, and that's 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Very, very nice. Nice little warm up there on the C major and the A minor. WW stands for Wonder Woman 1984. Of course it does. Of course it does. I haven't seen the movie. Is it any good? Is it a good film? I've been hearing some mixed stuff about that film. I never checked out. Well, actually, no, I did watch the first one and I wasn't a fan of it. I won't lie to you. But I haven't heard what the music's like in it, so I'll give it a listen. I'll give the soundtrack a listen. I've been meaning to do a cover of The Mandalorian as well. I don't know why it took so long with that. I remember when that first came out, and I wasn't a big fan of the music, but I didn't really listen to it properly. And it was only the other day that I properly listened to it, and I was like, oh, actually, this is a fantastic tune. So I have to get around to that. Hey Marek, good to see you in the house, and shout outs to Elena from Belgrade. Yes, amen. Good to see you. Good to see you here, mate. I'm doing well, thank you. Okay, let's look at our G major scale really quickly. 1 sharp, and that's the F sharp. Let's look at the notes that we've got. We've got G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. That makes up our G major scale here with our raised 7th on the F sharp. Take a look at those notes. Pretty simple. It's kind of pretty much the same as the A minor scale in terms of our 4th is going up on the 7th here, as we had our 4th here on the raised 7th, and the G is pretty much the same. Our 4th is going up. And it's that 4th that's going to give you the anchor when you're going under for the 2 octaves. So you can use that F sharp there as your anchor point for where your forefinger is going to go. So let's go up and down a few times on that G major. So 1, 2, 3 under, again 1, 2, 3, 4 on the F sharp, and all the way to the top. Nice and slowly. 1 and 2 and. Again, let's try that. Let's go one more time again. Hopefully that shouldn't be any trouble for anybody. Let me know how you're coping with that one. It should be pretty much in your locker if the other two scales weren't that hard for you either. Jacksonville is decent, mid 60s. I hope all is well with you. Yes, all is pretty well with me. I'm doing actually all right. I kind of started the new year on a high, and then we had our new lockdown rules, and that kind of knocked the wind out of my sails a little bit. But I feel like I've turned the corner, and now I'm in a much better mood, and I'm really enjoying doing these lessons. They've given me motivation each week to have something to look forward to. My children are watching Hold On from Songs Without Words is their favorite. That does seem to be a favorite of a lot of people. I wrote that one for my auntie who passed away a few years ago when she was suffering with cancer. Hello, Lewis. Hello, new sub from IG. Welcome, Lewis. Very good to have you over here, mate. Thank you. Where was we? Yes, left hand now. Left hand. Let's jump to the left hand G major scale. Again, it shouldn't be any problem for us with what we've learned so far. All the way to the top to the D again. 3 over. Second is going to hit the F sharp. 4 is going to go over after the G. All the way to the top. 3 and second on the F sharp. So our second is going to be the anchor for every time we see that F sharp in our left hand. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. And to sharp, and then back down. Let's go under. Hit the G. Remember, thumb is going to be on G every single time. And again, go. F sharp, keep going up. 4th over. Doing great stuff. Nice and easy. Let's do both hands together. We will take it slowly again. Nice, easy tempo at 90 BPM. We'll do single speed, and then we'll try double speed as well. And then maybe we'll go back and we'll add the other scales in, and we'll go C major, A minor, then G major. But let's take it slowly. And 1, and 2 and. Again and 1. Ready for double speed and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And again 1 and 2 and. Let's go around again and 1. And again 1 and 2 and. Remember to breathe. Don't want to hold your breath. Let's go and speed it up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Excellent, excellent work. Hey Jess, good to see you. How you doing? Very, very good. So we've got the C major, we've got the A minor, and we've got our G major. The way we have been doing it, we're going to go major scale, minor scale, major scale, and the way we're going to progress through them is we're going to progress through them in what is known as the circle of fifths. And that is where it looks at the degrees on the scale and it moves through, if you imagine, every 5 notes. So starting with C, when we're talking about the circle of fifths, after C, C major, if we count 5 from C, 1, 2, 3, 5, that brings us up to G. So that is our next major scale in the circle of fifths, and then it continues round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D comes next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A comes next, and so on and so on and so on. You keep going up by 5s. Every 5 you progress forward, you're adding a sharp. So in C major, you have 0 sharps and 0 flats. As you progress up the circle of fifths, going up to G, you add 1 sharp, F sharp. And then as you go forward, you get to D major, which of course will have 2 sharps. Each time you add a sharp, you keep it to the scale. So as you notice, we keep the F sharp that we had added in the G scale, and we add a new sharp, and it's always going to be the 7th note of that series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up from D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will go to A, and A will have 3 sharps. E, 4 sharps. B, 5 sharps, and so on and so on and so on. And we're going to progress through it that way as we learn and as we learn a new scale. The other thing we're going to do as we're progressing is not just progress through a circle of fifths, but also as we jump from major to minor, we're going to be looking at the relative minors to the majors. So going back to the C, the reason we went to A minor is because A minor is the relative minor to the C major, in that it shares the same key signature, in that both scales have 0 sharps and 0 flats. If you remember before when we was talking about the minor scale, there are a few different variations on the minor scale, which some of them add sharps and take away sharps and take away flats, but the basic natural scale is the one that follows the key signature. So when we do our A minor harmonic, we add in this raised 7th, but this raised 7th here isn't actually part of the key signature. The natural minor of A goes like this. As I said before, if you go back to our A minor lesson, the reason we add in this raised 7th is to give some resolution to the scale, so it ends naturally for us instead of it being, which feels like that can just go on and on and on forever. When you add in this raised 7th, it allows us to hear the resolution and hear how the cadence should be, and how the scale comes to an end. But for the most part, the A minor has 0 sharps and 0 flats, just like the C major. So they become relatives, the major and the relative minor. And that also progresses in fifths. So as we go up from C to G, our relative would be 5 away from the A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that becomes E. I know that can be a lot of information to try and jam into your head right now, but that will become clearer to us as we progress through. So after we've taken a look at the G major scale, we're going to look at the E minor scale. And so in your head, you will be getting the circle of fifths will come hopefully naturally to you as we keep going on further and further. But that's enough theory for now. Let's jump into some music. Let's look at Schubert's Ave Maria, a little abridged version that I put together. Yes. So, as before, we had a lot of work on the right hand, and as Maria said, the left hand is putting in the work this time. So, the arpeggios that we're going to be looking at, if we go to G, the movement we're going to have is I want you to practice this jump, the kind of jump. We're going to jump from 5, 4, like this. 1, 4. So put your 5th on G and you're jumping to the D with your 4. 1. 2nd comes on the G and thumb comes on the B here. And you make a sort of inverted G major chord here. 2nd inversion on the G major chord. 1, 2, 4, back. Same pedal technique. You're hitting the pedal on the G, holding it, release on the last note. 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get used to that movement. And breathe. So let's look at the first couple of the changing chords and arpeggios that we've got here. We've got the first one that goes G, then we're going to jump up. G jumps to F this time, like this on these notes, F, B and D. We keep the same fingers, 4, 2 and there, jump up, and we just keep the same fingers, and we're always going back to the G. The G and jump, G to the F, G, and then we go to the E now. Look at this chord, 2nd inversion on the C major. We've got an E, a G and a C. And then the C simply becomes a minor chord as we drop this to the E flat like this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The F, the G, E, and then keep the E flat. Let's keep going around. 1, F, let's get the falling notes coming down. We will have the metronome ready and we'll take it really slowly. Let's take out the right hand. Set up our loop. First, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, let's try that. 2, 4, and let's 1. Remember 5. Slow it down a bit. Let's go around 4 times until we've got the handle of it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. close your eyes to help you with your finger jumps. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And 1. Let's go round again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Speed up a bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And again, let's go around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. How's that feeling for you? Hopefully that you should have got a grip on that. Let me know in the chat. Let's look at the next 2 bars. It simply goes back to the G and then a D. Let's look at this. So if we bring up our free play, so here when we have, after we've done that, then we go back to the G, our G position, and then we resolve it on the 5th on the D. Now this position is the only position that's going to be a bit different. Look at this G7 chord. We've got a D7 chord, sorry, apologies. A bit fast, but I will rewatch. Don't worry, I'm going to slow it down. I will slow it down, no worries. So here, yes, the left hand is arpeggiated. That's what we're doing here. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that D chord. We're going to use our 5th on D, 3rd on F sharp, and our 1st on C. And we do a big, massive octave jump, octave to octave with our little fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from the G, 1, 2, 3, 4, then down to the D, 1. That's a big jump. Let's keep going round really slowly. G. Get ready to jump all the way down to the D. Be looking ahead. Once you've played the note, you can look ahead to the next one. As my eyes are looking forward, once I'm here, I'm already looking down to this low D that I'm coming to. D. G. Down to D. Right, let us do that whole section. We'll do it a little bit slower. We'll get that whole section in for that whole loop, and let's go. Let me slow this down. 1, 2, 3 from the top. 4, 5, and 6, and G. To the F. The E. E flat. to the G. Now get ready for the big D all the way down. Let's go around again. Keep up the good work. See you on the other side. Take it easy, Worrell. I'll catch you next time. Yes. Okay, I'll Spice in the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and. Down as we get to resolve. We're going to go round 2 more times again. For those who have just joined, we are doing Ave Maria, just the introduction for the first part. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and. Last time round, oh, it stopped. 2, that's better. 3. Last time round, yes, very satisfying when you get it. Great to hear that, Maria. Let's do it one more time. 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 1. Lovely, and that's the introduction melody there. We'll take a look at the first section of the melody as well. We've got some time left, but yes, let's just play that. So the speed we want to have it at is a nice and easy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to add some suspense to it, and as you practice it, you want to hold some time and leave some time to keep the listener engaged. You want to practice it quite strict, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, of course. But when you're playing, you want to try and learn to give time and take time, to not necessarily play it so straight as well. That will add to the emotion. Let us. I see this technique in a lot of your covers from Brian. Definitely, yes. I'm a big fan, massive fan of left-hand arpeggios. I can't stress to you how much I enjoy them. You blame Chopin. All right, let's take a look at the first section where the melody comes in. So then we go back to the G. Here we go. Move that loop. Okay, let's take a look at these positions. So we're back to the normal G. D sharp gets involved. So let's look at the 3 different chords we've got there. 4 different chords. Our country is now midnight. Where's that? Korea. If I can read the signs. Hello, good to have you anyway. Big fan of your Happy Talk playing. Oh, Happy Talk. It seems like years away that I played that. Very enjoyable piece. Really enjoyed that. What was I doing? I lost myself. Train of thought. Oh yes, back to the G. When you come here, you're going to get the little finger is going to go onto the C sharp. So as you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right down onto, and then this is our chord we're doing here. C sharp, 3rd on E, 2nd on G, 1st on the B. The only difference that you've changed here, these 2 remain the same. You've just moved this 4th, gets out of the way, and comes forward to give space to the 5th and 3rd. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, change. 4, 5, 6, back again, 1, and then down. I'm 1, 4, 5, down. And then from here you simply move up to the D and then spread number 3 on G, number 2 on B, number 1 on D. And now this is our 2nd inversion on the G major chord. And then from here we just do a 7th on the D major chord here. So from here all you're doing is you're moving your 3, your 2 and your 1, and you tuck them back to the F sharp. So they literally just move down, they shift down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down. So if we go from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to the C sharp, 1, 2, 3. Move it up to the D, spread 3rd, and then get the sharp involved. And then you move up to the E. When we get to the E, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thumb moves down, and then thumb moves down again. The thumb moves down from E, D, C. But these 2 fingers on the G and the B remain the same. Let's look at the whole movement again, and then we're going to put the time on with the falling notes. D sharp to the D and 7, and then up to the E minor. 1, 2, 3. Thumb is going down and thumb goes down again. Let's bring up the falling notes. Get ready, 2, 3 on the G, 4, 5, 6 and G. C sharp is coming, little finger. Move it up to the D. Then stay on that D. To the E. Thumb at the top, moving the thumb down and move it down again. Let's go around again. 2, 3, 4. Oh, where's our music gone? It's lost us. 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 1. D sharp. Move up to the E. One more time around. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 1, 2. Get ready on the G. And 4, 5, 6 and 1. Let's look at the last 2 arpeggios that we've got in that section, and we can call it a day, and you can have that to practice with the left hand as we get ready for the right hand next. Let's move this along just a little bit. Loop end 1, 2. So we've got there, it goes down on an inverted A after that. Our notes here. Sorry, I'm sorry, we ran out of, the time just got away from me. But I promise we will spend, I spent too much time doing scales and we're coming out of time. So next week we'll do less scales, more mile, and finish off the Schubert as well. I apologize, bad, naughty teacher. I should have kept control of time better. Here we've got on the A 5, 4, 2 and 1, and then just back to, we just move up. So this is where we finish off from here, and look at the move up. Have your third ready to get forward onto there. 1, 3, 4, and up, and then it resolves back on the G. 3, 4, 1. So before we finish, we're just going to look at that first section. Let's play for it with the left hand from the top, and then I can leave it to you to practice throughout the week. I will put the MIDI up on my Patreon page as well for people who want to download it, and you can play along and maybe practice and get ahead of everybody. Let us get rid of that. Let's make this loop. Time does fly. It flies when you're having fun. You don't even realize it. The time will go before you know it. And even my belly's rumbling now. I need to get some food in my belly. Why did I do that? Boom, 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 boom. Is that long enough? It needs to be one more. There we go. All right, let's go from the top. Nice one. Get your hands ready. 2, 3 on the G, 4 and 5 and 6 and. Remember the intro. We're going back to G to the F. E flat, down to D. Let's get ready, back to G. C sharp. Move up to the D, spread your fingers. Tuck them in a bit. Move up to the E. Down to the C. Finish on the G. Very, very nice. Let me know how you found that one. Let's get some good practice in this week, please. Let's practice our C major, A minor and our G major scales. Keep up the good work. Try and get your playing of that arpeggio to a nice flowing tempo. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1. You want to give some increased force to that first. Practice, 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 practice. I will catch you guys next week, Sunday. I'll be back again for another midweek stream just of some nice, relaxing piano music. But we'll be back again, same time, next Sunday for the lesson. Mariah Carey, My All, and the right hand of this Ave Maria. Much love to everybody. I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is safe. I will catch you soon enough. Thank you. Goodbye.